Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. So today I wanted to show you guys a really cool present that I got for Christmas, which is a slim vac. These are like super trendy all over TikTok and Facebook and everywhere. So I wanted to show you guys how I take it apart, clean it, pros and cons, should you buy it or should you not? Let's get into it. Okay guys, so this is the Greenote Slim Vac. I did purchase this on Amazon. It was around $129. Okay guys, so first pro that I really like is that it's lightweight. It actually only weighs 5 pounds and most of that is in the top of the vacuum, so the bottom part doesn't weigh like anything. The second pro that I really like is that it's super skinny. So biggest thing for that is that you can easily store it away. I don't know about you guys, but we have a small house, so storing things and like finding storage is really hard sometimes. So it's nice that this can kind of just tuck back in the corner, we can plug it in and it doesn't take up a lot of space like a usual like larger vacuum would. Pro number 3 is that it is easily maneuverable. So this thing can literally swivel and glide all over the house. One nice thing is especially getting under the kitchen table, you can really just get under there, clean it really nice. It swivels nicely, just has like a really good glide to it, which is super nice when you're trying to vacuum the house. Pro number 4, on the front of the vacuum, it has this really nice strip of LEDs. And why that's a good pro is especially if you have a house that doesn't get a lot of natural light, or you need to like really see in the corners under like a table or something, it really lights up the floor so that you can see if you're like getting the crumbs or dirt or pet hair or whatever you need to see. Okay, so pro number 5 is that it has really good suction. Now this is a huge pro for a slim vac, really any vacuum. This one does a really good job at sucking up all of the pet hair, the dirt, the crumbs, all of that good stuff. This is always full multiple times while I'm vacuuming of pet hair, which just shows me that it's really picking up everything super nicely. So does it have good suction? Yes, it does. Another thing that I really like is that it has an adjustable height. So if you click this button in right here, you can slide it up to all of these different notches to whatever height is easiest for you. I am 5'7", so I normally put it on the tallest one, and there's like a little height for you to see how tall it is. The last pro that I have is that it is really easy to take apart, put it back together, and clean it, all of that good stuff. It doesn't have a lot of parts per se compared to a normal vacuum. It is basically in like 5 parts and they're very easy to snap apart, put together, and clean it. And I'll show you how to do that in a minute in the video. But first, I want to tell you a couple cons that I do have about this vacuum. The first thing that I dislike is the runtime. So it does only have 20 to 30 minute runtime, depending on the speed that you have it set at. Obviously, if you have it going on the faster setting, it's only going to last for about 20 minutes. The slower setting lasts for about 30. The con for that is because if you have a larger house, you're probably not going to be able to get through your entire house before the charge runs out. I have a smaller ranch size house, and by the time I'm done vacuuming, it is on like the last battery life. So that just might be a con if you have a larger house. The second thing that I'm not a super huge fan of with the vacuum is that you can't adjust the height of the spin bristles. So the biggest thing with this is like on a normal vacuum, at the bottom there's normally a notch where you can adjust it from low to high depending on the floor type that you're vacuuming with. This vacuum, you cannot do that. It's just a one standard height. So for example, if you have like really high pile or like fluffy rugs or carpets, it might have a harder time sucking things up on that carpet versus like if you're vacuuming with hardwood. I would say we have low pile carpet to medium pile, so it does really good with those ones. I'm not sure how it does with high pile, but that would just be something to keep in mind. Okay guys, so to use the other attachments, I'm going to show you how to take this part off and put the attachments on. So you just kind of press this button in right here, and then I just kind of wiggle it and it pops right off of the barrel, okay? So then you can put your attachments on. So let's start with this one here. This is like a thin little nozzle. You just kind of snap it right into place, super easy. This is really nice to take out and like clean your car, get in the crevices of your couch, or really any like corners that you can't get to with the actual vacuum. This is really good for that. Next one is this mini spin brush. So it actually has like spinning bristles in just like the main vacuum does. Again, just snaps right into place. And then this is a really good attachment to use for like if you're vacuuming your couch or the steps, something like that is really light to like move around with. Last attachment that we have is this fun little guy right here. This one has 2 suction holes and then all of these nice little bristles to use for whichever reason you would want. You could use it with like carpet, steps, whatever you're trying to clean, but it snaps in just like the others. So let's say now you're ready to clean the vacuum. So here's how you would take it apart. These little clips here, right here, are how you would take apart the vacuum. You just pinch those in and then pull the pieces apart. So I'll show you on this top piece. You're just going to hold this button in and you just kind of wiggle it a little bit. So then you have this piece. Now to take this piece apart, you're going to click this blue button on the top right here and just kind of pull it apart like that. See how it kind of like came apart a little bit? And then just slide it out like that. Okay, so then you get these 2 pieces. So this piece, I just kind of take like a disinfectant wipe and wipe it off and just set it aside. And then this piece here is 2 pieces as well. So what you're going to do is you're just gonna kind of twist these like that and then pull that off. This is like where your motor and stuff is. So again, I just take like a disinfectant wipe that clean and then set it aside as well. You don't really wanna get those super wet. Okay, now in here, you have your filter and then you have your funnel inside of this. So you're just going to take the filter and kind of just twist that and it pops right out of place. And then you have your nice little filter. My vacuum's actually clean right now because I cleaned it a couple days ago. So I didn't want to pull this apart with like a dirty vacuum. So then to get your funnel out, you're just going to pull this little clip and just kind of pop that open. And I just grab the funnel down here. And then do you see these little like brassy gold little pins right there? You're going to want to kind of just twist your funnel a little bit and then line that opening up with those brass pins, and then it'll just pop right out. So then you can grab that. And what I do is I just take like this piece and then I take this piece as well. And I just get like a warm bucket of hot soapy water and I just stick those in there and kind of let them sit for like 5 to 10 minutes. And then when they're done, I'll take them out, wipe them off, rinse them off, all that good stuff. Now for the barrel part, this is pretty easy. What you're gonna do is just, again, take this little clip and you're just gonna kind of pinch that and pop it apart. And then for this part to clean it, I just kind of stick it under the spigot in the laundry tubs, put a little soap in there, and then just let the hot water kind of run down and just do its thing. And then I set this aside to let it dry. And then what you can do with this is, one, you're gonna wanna take the bristle cleaner part out of here. So there's a little arrow piece right here. You're just going to slide that clip out like that, and then you just lift it up. And then this will come right out. So I just take some like cheap junky scissors that we have and I just cut all the hair, clean it off, pick all of the fuzzies off and everything. And as you can see, I mean, this is me cleaning the vacuum once a week. It looks brand new. So if you keep up with it, you know, it'll stay in pretty good condition for you. So I just stick this in the bucket with hot soapy water, swish it around a little bit and then let it soak for like 5 to 10 minutes. Then for this part, I normally just take a little bit of soap and like a paper towel or a rag or something and just wipe it out. It's normally pretty like dirty up in this glassy part here. And then I also will run this under the spigot with some hot water. I don't put soap in this one. I just kind of want to clean out any debris and it'll obviously go down through there and it comes out through here. So I would do that part before you wipe that out because then it'll just get more dirt on it. Then obviously let everything dry really nicely before you put it back together. But then when you're ready, what you're gonna do is for this piece, you'll take your little spin brush and you're going to want to line it up. So let me see if I can show you. Up in here, there is like a little circle that almost looks like a star shape. You're going to want to line that up with the end of the brush here. So you're just gonna kind of take that and line it up. You're just gonna pop this bad boy back in. It'll make that little clip sound, and then you're good to go. And you can even just use your fingers to kind of make sure that it moves around for you. So then, to put the barrel piece back on, you wanna use this end, and it'll just clip right into place. So now you're ready to put the dust collector piece back together. You're going to take your funnel, and you're gonna stick it down through the top like this, and you'll wanna line those brass pins once again up with that little cut in the funnel, and just kind of pull it down so it's snug. It doesn't snap or anything, you're just kind of putting it in place. Then you're gonna take your filter and you're gonna put that in, and you will line it up with those little slits right there, and you'll just kind of twist it into place. And then you'll just pop that shut, okay? So then it should look like this. This is the part that tripped me up the first time I put my vacuum back together. So when you're putting the motor head back onto this piece, this part right here, where it connects to the handle, is going to be facing away from this part, okay? So this is going to go on like this, and there's a little slit right here that lines up with slits on this plastic piece. So you just kind of push that down in where it lines up, and then you're going to twist it in place. So the handle, obviously, once again, is facing away from the tube end. So it's gonna go on this back side here. So you're just gonna kind of slide that down into place like that, and then you're gonna snap it until you hear the snap. And then you'll just take the tube end and you'll just plop it down on till it snaps, and then your vacuum is all set and ready to be used again. Overall, I think this is a really nice vacuum for the price that it has. It's really easy to get on Amazon. It's easy to move around the house. Overall, I just think it's a really good one if you're looking for this type of slim vac. Let me know what you think if you get one, and have a great day. Bye.